Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. It's a ladder match I played against ZLO not too long ago. Map obviously Fields of Isis, and I have UEF and ZLO has Cybran. So we're just gonna see some interesting stuff happen in this map. It's a pretty long one, as you probably see from the video, and yeah, it's pretty fun. So we go first land. I think I go like third air. And let's see what happens. I think for the matchup, I don't think it's. I think this map is quite balanced for between factions because it's pretty easy to defend, so you don't have the worry of, or well, it's not as scary to face certain things because there's a limited number of places to attack and a limited number of ways to do damage. So I don't think any faction is particularly strong in comparison to the others. In this matchup, I mean, obviously, UEF always have the strong commander, and Cybran does have to worry about that. But because you can sort of fall back to this main choke point into your base and defend there, then it's not as bad for you, not as dangerous. So we're just gonna make a lot of engineers, get the Hydra, and then go for another land factory, get even more engineers and stuff. And we have an engineer going to mid, and we have a tank coming out. It's gonna defend from labs, I think. The plan. Making more engineers out of this factory as well. Try and expand quickly, and we're about to run out of mass now. The ACU starts walking there. And we kind of are overbuilding power, so not the greatest build, but it'll do, I think. So should skip some power here, and yeah, actually do that. There you can see I already have enough power for the air factory, so we just skip the pigeons we have queued. Don't yeah, don't be a slave to the queue you've just made. Adjust it if it needs adjusting. And this lab is doing a lot of damage to my tank somehow. Just slow micro. So air is kind of slow. We could get bombed or something. Gotta be careful. More labs. Being annoying. So pretty bad that I didn't have a tank to help out my engineer there. You should defend those forward engineers. Definitely want to send a tank with them rather than to the bottom, but the labs distracted me. And ZLO did invest in a lot of labs here, so oh, another one. I think I just missed that one. Did show up on radar, see here in the bottom. Yet another lab. Damn, he made so many in this game. So I guess I shouldn't be too afraid of a bomber, since he made so many labs. So he invested quite a lot, so he's not going to have as many NGs as I do at the start. So hopefully that will lead to slightly better expansion for me. Because he didn't actually get any labs into my bottom base right now. So he's searching for my air, and actually two more labs appear, get into my back base. It's quite annoying. And he came searching for my air, so no need to fight his air. I can just run away, hide my inties. Now we're getting a lot of that mid-mass. So we want to stop overflowing it. Building a factory with the ACU is fine. You do want to be able to get engineers up there so you can build radars, maybe build some units. A PD is also an option. Especially, well, if you suspect he's going to be sending his ACU after you on the same side, well then, definitely. My scouting is quite poor because I'm basically using my air and stuff to try and spot all these annoying labs. So I have no idea really what he's doing at the minute. It's quite bad. Now we have the game speeded up a little bit. Might speed it up again. This is a long game. So my eco management not been too great, not too terrible either. Here on the bottom, actually, I targeted fired one of his tanks, so you can see ZLO is dodging with that one and killing me with the rest of his mantis. That's a pretty nice micro from him. I didn't notice at the time. So we don't want to stop building power there. So queue up some more, get storage up pretty early as well. And we're going for T2. T2 is good. It's just a very general option that you can kind of do anything with T2 on this map. So you have a lot of mass, so you can actually use it for defensive structures, BDs and things. You can rush TML with the T2 commander. You can make your gun very quickly if you want to go aggressive and make units and stuff and get map control. You can decide to go for the gun upgrade. Could make well, there's not really a point in making, say, ACU TML, but you can go, you know, nano. Well, no, you can't go nano, but you can go shield, gun, or you can just use T2 to chill and defend. Sneaky tank there. I think that's what ZLO's laughing at. Oh, it's nice to have those tanks hidden in corners. You can get a lot of value out of them. So I just chased down his air. I think that was a bad idea, but it doesn't look like I got punished. So we have T2 now. You want to get your tech pretty quick on this map. My eco is... I haven't been ecoing. That's really a problem right now. So if we look, we just scouted ZLO's base with some inties. Good stuff. 2009 style or something, I don't know. So he's got two mexes, two T2 mexes. And he's got a fair decent number of units on the bottom. But we're okay for now. T2 is finished. And we really could do with the rest of this reclaim in front of us. It's just running out. We have enough units, I think, at the bottom, and that's really slow expansion to that mechs. Holy shit. 8 minutes 16 and you're just getting your last mechs in the bottom expansion. So here, I think that was a mistake here, going for the gun. So probably instead I should have maybe assisted the TML a bit, get some missiles out, and then go for the gun. Rather than go straight for a gun. That was kind of a waste of making the TML there. Didn't really use it correctly. I went for the gun, I think because I probably realized I had forgotten to really eco. And so I should have more units in theory. Theoretically speaking, there's a lot of mass on the bottom here. I just sent a Sparky down to the bottom side and making a PD, and the PD should secure the whole reclaim field, the T2 PD that is. So now yeah, you can see the problem here. I'm gonna try TML's factory. He's gonna already have TMD up. Maybe, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe if I was not so, if I didn't just make the gun for very little reason, maybe I would have been in time to actually TML something valuable. But ZLO is quick with the TMD. So we have the gun, so we're gonna have to make use of that. There's the PD up, start reclaiming, get a factory at the front, and we're gonna start moving in with the ACU and the units, and make some T2 to support. ZLO is up to maybe, what, 8 T2 mexes now? But we have pillars, decent number of pillars. and some T1 as well, and the T2 gun commander. So you're gonna have to take map control. It's the only, you don't get map control from this. I mean, you're just so far behind. Probably already just a decent bit behind now. He has T2 land, but you can't really be too scared of T2 land as a UEF player with T2 land yourself. Now I have a lot of power overflow. It's quite bad. Maybe I could have. Well, I don't really have any mass to go for shield, say this early on. I really just am overbuilding power. So I think I'm maybe reclaiming some of it, but I should reclaim a lot more of it. I also need to get this bottom reclaim, quite slow getting that. Now we're adding some build power to air, but quite sloppy not getting the bottom. Some mexes here on my side that I don't have, and also all that reclaim. That's what I really need. But now we have map control. We've killed all of his front mexes. And look at these walls he's building in his in front of his main base. They're going to be quite annoying. Oh, I actually built an arty here. All right. Okay, so I built an arty. Just have one planned. I don't really have mass for that. It seems like a bad plan from where I'm sitting now, considering minus 47 mass, plus 600 power. Not great. So, okay, well, this is pretty important. So what at this point I should reevaluate what I'm trying to do here. Because I have a T2 army and I have a powerful commander, and I can't really. Well, I feel like I can't push in, and I really don't think I can. Maybe I could have immediately just tried to push in, YOLO push the whole way into his base as soon as I move forward with the commander. I feel like that would be too dangerous. Going for the arty was basically, I think, maybe I can kill something, like a couple of mexes, maybe if he's slow with shields, I can kill something, but he actually already has a shield. You can see he has a shield around. He has a TMD under his shield. He has his HQ under his shield, and he has T2 PGen under his shield. So that's very nice use of shielding. And then I also spot he has 2 T3 mexes already. Now, he told me after the game that these mexes were the T3 mexes at the bottom were accidental. See, this is a very high level game. MML's now killing my arty. It's not too good. But really, what I should do here is probably just eco a lot harder. We have T2 air now, so maybe then I can get some drops away, make some use of these units so they're not just standing there defending my commander. I can actually get into his base and do some damage. Again, lacking eco management. But right now we have a lot of map control. The only problem is this. The T3 mexes that's just so much economy for him. So it's definitely time to stop making T2 land, I think, at this point. Far too late to try use my T2 land there. Really wasted a lot of time, I think. Speed it up again. So we got T2 transport coming out. And recycle those T2 PDs. Don't actually need them. I don't think my Think cameras really killed anything. Definitely nothing of value. So I should probably recycle that as well, to be honest. And just, well, go T3 land. If I want to actually siege this, T2, static T2 RD is not really the best way. I think T3 land should have been the quick option. I am going T3 land now, but more assists would have been nice on that factory. It takes quite a while to upgrade it. But now I see the grid of shields he has, so really no point getting a clink hammer to attack that. It's not going to do any damage. And we're going to try drop into his base. Let's see if it actually lands. Yeah, I think more assistance on the T3 on the HQ to go T3, and then dropping those demolishers up to the front line. Then maybe I could actually do a proper siege. But yeah, without those mobilarities, can't really do anything. And even well, I could also have parashields and the mobile missile launchers, which are cheap as fuck and have absurd damage. So here he already has PDs right there where I would be dropping. Kills my T2 transport. So he's actually built his own arty, it seems. Static arty. Or maybe that's a Treb actually. The Cybern T3 arty. So this is not very exciting gameplay. My pillars on the bottom here, trying to kill a T3 mechs, but 4 pillars just don't have very much DPS. We're gonna try dodge the bomber a bit. But now he's sending rhinos, so we're not actually gonna kill anything with that drop, actually just gonna donate mass, which is quite sad. That factory I just built at the front is, well, I'm building, it's gonna spam scouts. So maybe his trebuchets will target the scouts. If they're not already manually targeting something else, they can actually auto-target the scout and then waste shots or even do friendly fire damage. So I'm building some T1A to try and kill these scouts that are constantly circling over my head. And still my eco is not very good. He has so much economy now. He's had those T3 mexes for a long time. I have had more map control. So you just have less mexes overall than me, but it's still not enough compensation, I think. Should have been ecoing a bit harder. Probably should have stopped making T2 quite a while ago. I have paused most of it now. And now there's so many trebs that everything is dying. The entire base just disappears in seconds. And a lot of the pillars as well, so forced to retreat here. And now I'm feeling quite bad. ZLO just killed his walls there, so he's gonna move out with his units. I'm gonna try and get as much of the reclaim. I probably should have grabbed a lot of it with my ACU before leaving. But I have engineers there, so I hopefully should be able to get most of the reclaim from that base. The remains of the base, and just retreat. If I had committed more bombers to killing the TMD on the top side, probably could have done some decent damage with the TML, but unfortunately I split them over too many TMDs, so I didn't actually kill any of them, or only killed 1 or 2, not enough to get some missiles through. And from here, I mean, I'm just so far behind in economy, I don't think there's any way I should be able to get back into this game. Now, what is the plan here? You can see that when the APM drops, it's when when the game is going badly and you have no idea what to do, and the APM comes way down. So I'm just going to be making T3 mexes, I think, for a while. Try and catch up a little bit in economy. We have arties, which can hopefully, well, they can do some damage, and he can't really get to the arties at all, thanks to my pretty powerful commander. And I think he kind of wastes some loyalists here. They just get OC'd by my commander and leave nice reclaim. I'm adding more energy storages because, well, you need more storages to overcharge bricks. And there is a brick on the bottom, at least one. Yeah, just mooring ISIS play. Not too much happening. He has a decent number of units on the bottom, but they're all kind of slow. I have some air, my Titans there, so he can't really push the bottom too much, I think. He probably doesn't want to either, considering he has one, two. How many T3 mexes? Seems like ZLO kind of slowed down his ecoing now. He has maybe 2 or 3 T3 mexes now. So I'm catching up somewhat. I'm about to finish my second. And on to the third. Killed some trebuchets there with just some T1 bombers. That's pretty nice. It's the nice thing about playing against Cybern. They have no mobile shields to protect them from those cheap air attacks. And yeah, this is the point where you just relax and make T3 mexes. So he should really be scouting more just to make sure, because when someone's eco slows down like that, you should notice it and probably guess that they're planning something or making something expensive. So he could be making a spider or something right now. Definitely his low scouting is far, far better in this game than mine. It's another Treb down to some T1 bombers. Treb is like 800 mass, around that. So it's like 8 T1 bombers. And you have to build them out of T3 factory as well, so it's well worth killing those whenever you get the chance. Try and move up. We have so many Trebs that we can actually do a lot of damage quite quickly with them. So keep using them. The more often they're shooting, the better value they are. I move in a little bit. My ACU is still there to protect them, and they can do a decent job. Oh yes, now I remember what happens here actually. So you get the arties to move in, and he moves his bricks out here, and the Titans get into range, and I have some shields with them, and you can see the Titans are quite nice once you get into range here. Also move the bricks in to take some fire, and there's a spider. So that's why his eco is slowed down so much. So it's full retreat mode. Just run away. You will kill this ACU. Don't have shield or anything like that. And yeah, I actually pick up the ACU. This is kind of risky, but I thought he would just come straight for the ACU. I had to leave ASAP. And I have radar, so I could have seen when the air was coming. Actually, no, actually his air would have been stealthed by the spider bot, so still, it worked out. Now we're gonna TML some some of the reclaim. Finally the TML does something. Not much, but something. What's going on here? Jesus. Right, so he has a spider, and I actually have a shit ton of mass in the bank now. So I haven't been managing my economy, just been running away from the spider bot. So he's just pushing in. I'm building up a decent number of Percies that will be able to kill it, and I'm also getting shield on the commander, so I can use the commander to fight as well if necessary. Can survive a few seconds, get a nice overcharge in, and with the Percies and parashields, should be able to take on the spider. I also have T3 gunships. And I need to upgrade a lot of mexes right now. Or do something to spend all of this mass. Far too much. And drop the ACU forward. And push out. See if he... Because the beautiful thing would be if I could actually kill the spider. Wouldn't just be great for... well, it'd just be great for reclaim especially. Pretty risky to use the commander like this, but I feel like I'm just way behind. Oh, here we go. Now I don't have enough storages to get the max damage out of my overcharge. That's a pretty silly mistake. But I get an overcharge in, does decent damage. Some Percy shots land, and the gunships are doing pretty good, but now ASF are here and Flax, so should really retreat those gunships. Definitely a waste of some broadswords there. And yeah, this eco management. Just imagine how much easier this game would be for me if I actually spent all of this mass. I guess there was a lot of mistakes in this game so far, and more to come, no doubt. Some from ZLO, some from me. So now I'm really focused on getting rid of this mass. See a lot of T3 max upgrades coming, and he's being quite annoying with the spider bot. You see, he makes use of the long range weapon on the spider bot quite well. And see, he has that bolter thing, which means he can shoot me from well out of range of my Percies and ACU, and can run away when he wants. And also using stealth, I have to send in some air to try and actually spot him, and this is really a waste. The micro's too good, I can't get close to him with just Percies and Commander. And I wasted more Percies. Better scout his base again, see what's there. He does have air control, but I'm increasing the production quite a bit. And I scout his base, and I see another spider. Actually, if I had looked more closely, I would see that there's actually another spider in construction. He has a little block of hives. They're spamming spiders for him. There's yet another spider I spot there. And he's also taking the reclaim there as well. And yeah, oh, this mass. Mass is really terrible. I have this much mass for so long. should have been making my own Fat Boy since quite a while. Add kennels as well for more build power. That's a lot more easier to use and less efficient, but a lot nicer to use than crappy engineers. Or just more T2 and T3 engineers, that would help too. Overall though, he doesn't want to push my commander and Percy's for whatever reason. 3 spiders now. I'm pretty scared at this point. But just gonna build shields for now. It's pretty dangerous to be that close to three spiders. So now finally we start the Fat Boy. Could have done that a while ago. A lot of pointless airfights over this battlefield, I think. Quite a lot. I'm thinking of building a nuke, and then I decide to build an anti-nuke instead. Because I'm pretty confident he'll go for a nuke launcher. Because the nuke is just quite good. He has hives, so he can already assist the nuke heavily. If he does choose to make one, he can dump that mass in very quickly. So for an SMD on a map like this, it's better to be prepared. But it doesn't seem like there's a nuke so far. And he's just pushing forward again, using the long-range weapons on those spiders. He has like 3 or 4 spiders now. Just walking in. I mean, the saving grace is that he hasn't built a fucking megalith. Now that would really be bad. My Percy's and commander would be not very useful in that case. I would definitely badly need the Fat Boy by now. But he's just been making spiders for whatever reason, and his strat bombers are doing what they do, which is just suicide as usual. A lot of air units tend to just attack things, fly around when you don't want them to. Gotta be very careful. And look, there they go again. Huge waste of resources, pretty bad for ZLO. So now finally we emptied our mass bar. Took us long enough, still don't have full T3 mass. But hey, this is okay. Need an Omni. Should have an Omni a long time ago well, we're in survival mode now. We've lost air control. Thankfully he suicided so many strats there that we could be in a bad way otherwise. And it's Percy. I have a lot of Percys though, so I'm not scared of the spider bots. There's just so many Percys that I'm pretty confident I have enough to kill the spiders now with the commander, and now the Fat Boy's done, so Fat Boy is a great weapon versus spider bots. I really need this Omni sensor so I can see the fucking spiders though. Should have that a long time ago. My air is consistently suiciding, just like ZLO strats. And we lost a couple T3 mexes. We lost all map control there. So I could have completely saved my map control there if I had just gone for the Fat Boy a couple of minutes earlier, I think. Oh, now we see ZLO making the Soul Ripper. So he's gone for Soul Ripper. I don't really think it's that good here at this time, because you can see I already have a few. I have some ASF. I have a few T3 T3 air factories, making ASF, and I can sort of make SAMs in places. I guess it's still fine. It's definitely not ideal for him that I scouted it straight away. One of the only times I actually scouted properly in this game. But I'm not too scared of the Soul Ripper. If I had spotted it as it's just about to complete, then it's going to be a lot worse for me. So we're going to make anti-air in places and make a decent number of ASF. We're safe from a nuke at least, that's good. And we're going to add more air. I don't know how much air I should add, but well, I guess I really needed to add a lot of air here just to be sure of being able to kill the Soul Ripper, but yeah, he built it almost instantly, and it's flying around now. So I can't really move out at all, is the problem, because he still has more ASF than me. Like, it seems like he has a lot more ASF than me. I have a big army, but now with the Soul Ripper I can't really use it. Because he can just pummel me. I don't have much anti-air. And anti-air is not even that good. He could do decent damage, farm some kills, especially on flak if it's not protected by parashields from. So yeah, not an ideal scenario for me, still. But I think I'm missing a couple T3 mexes. You should check those pretty regularly, I guess. Or not regularly, but at some point you need to make sure you do actually have your full T3 mass. So right now I have like 2 or 3 T2 mexes that I'm not paying attention to. So again, we're at a kind of what do we do now point. They have an army, can't really win versus his spiders, can't push very deep because, well, we just won't be able to push the whole way and do enough damage to the base, so we kind of have to relax again. And mostly make sure the Soul Ripper can't do anything. And hopefully kill it, if possible. So more scouting, need to see what's in his base. Keep ecoing, and there you see him taking out my scouts as they come into his base. He's building, well, there's a nuke. So I have my SMD up, and it should definitely be loaded. If not now, then soon, and definitely in time to stop the nuke. But there's a whole part of my base that's not not protected by SMD, and I don't really have any way to get in there and snipe that nuke. So this was extremely fortunate. I don't know, I don't know what his Soul Ripper is doing, but he was out of position and didn't react with his air. And I actually escaped with most of my ASF as well. So there's the nuke launched. And now I don't have to really worry. Ooh. Don't really have to worry about making all this anti-air now. It's sort of a waste now. And the nuke lands. He killed five T3 mexes with that. So we're going to be aggressive. Try and get the wreck of the damn 5 spiders. So now we're going to see a really weird fight between between spiders and a load of spiders and a lot of Percys and a single fat boy. We'll see how that works for the for both parties. So my Omni, Having an Omni in the middle would be so much better for me. This fucking stealth would have no effect then. But as it is, my Omni in the base does not give me the range to see these spiders. I have to constantly send scouts over. And he even has static stealth tower. Even though he has stealth on all these. Oh, is that 6 spiders now? What the fuck? Yeah, if ZLO would just make a mega, it would be a lot better for him. But now we have a terrible formation as he moves in. It's quite bad. There goes one spider though. You can see how fast they do actually die when Percy's get into range. 2 spiders down. But the angle they came in at was perfect for the spiders though, unfortunately for me. Those are some Ravagers. So hopefully be able to deny some reclaim and gain it myself, but we'll see how well that works. My ACU has accidentally come to the front. That was not intended. And we've lost a lot of Percys here. And more spiders are being built as we speak, so the fatty is doing getting insane value though. That's quite good. And it really looks like a fight that can't be won. I've run out of mass now. I'm just gonna go full gunships. Hopefully I can just kill everything with a ton of broadswords. The spiders though. Can't really afford to make that anti-nuke. Probably a waste of time to even build it because I only have T1 mexes there now. And we really need this mass. I should be focusing a lot more on getting engineers to get this reclaim. Should have 100 engineers in that field taking mass. These lows grabbed a decent amount of the Soul Ripper, which is a lot of mass he dumped there. And from somewhere I'm spamming Continentals from the HQ, and I could never, while I was playing, I never figured out where they were coming from, and kept misclicking orders as well. So I spam a whole lot of Continentals, which wasted a shit ton of mass for me, unfortunately. Here is low with a nice formation. You can see, look at that, all 3 spiders shooting at my Percys and kiting away from them into the range of, well, out of my vision range where they're stealth. And also retreating the low health one. And my Percys are now following it. He easily spots that drop, and that's a nice mass donation for him. So the only thing I have now is, well, I still have this fat boy, which has killed about 65,000 worth of mass now. He still has 4 spiders, which he could probably push in with. And I have a lot of gunships, so it's my last hope is all these gunships, really. He just farmed all my anti-air, unfortunately. That's quite bad for me. Now he should move in and just kill my fat boy, I'm pretty sure. So now we have some air micro. My gunships are taking some shots, I think. I think that's what's happening anyway. But we win air quite convincingly. And the fatty is desperately trying to hide in the corner. I'm gonna have a second fatty maybe someday. It's yet to be confirmed. And I have a lot of gunships, need to get away from the SAMs. And the flak though, again, he could kill my spider. He could kill my fatty with the spider there. My gunships are getting into his base. They're gonna kill so many T3 mexes. Gonna kill a lot of eco for him, but I guess he has so much reclaim it's not important. And the nuke, it's coming straight for my commander, which took far too long getting into that transport. And that's how he won the game. So these gunships, I think when I watch the replay, you can see here probably that he actually doesn't have many shields and SAMs in his base, so I think there was some chance to actually send the gunships into his commander and kill the commander, maybe kill the P-gens that are there that aren't shielded. You can see there's quite a lot of them. They would kill a lot of stuff, so maybe that would have been a better choice. And also, I should have been looking closely at my commander because he took a long time. He had to walk to get to the transport. And if I had quickly gotten onto the transport, I could have actually escaped, I think. Would have lost a decent amount. Would have lost a half-built fatty and stuff, but I wouldn't have lost my commander. And maybe I could have sniped the gunships, but that was it. Well played, ZLO. I mean, he gave me chances there with like suiciding the Soul Ripper, but yeah, in the end, I really shouldn't have had much chance to win that, but he he clinched it in the end with the nuke, so that was a pretty fun game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.